Hi guys, so I'm re-uploading this video because I did it before and for some reason my video editing software completely messed up the narration and I didn't actually notice until I uploaded it to YouTube and actually let a load of you guys watch it, and then somebody pointed out to me that the narration was completely off, and like I still don't know why my editing software did that. It was seriously annoying, but anyway, I'm re-narrating it all and hopefully it will all make sense and match up this time. So yeah, basically here I just got dark brown clay, light brown clay and some black and rolled it all together and kept twisting it until it got the effect that I wanted. Then I rolled it into a ball and started to flatten it down. Again, it's better to use a roller than a knife like I'm doing. Don't do that because you could easily cut yourself. You want it to probably about 2 millimeters in thickness, I think, is probably what I did on mine. And then I just cut it so that it was rounded at the top as well. Then I just made a little mark down the middle of it to look like where the doors come together. After that I took some granite clay, you can just use grey if you don't have granite, and rolled it out into a fairly thick sausage and measured it all, and then sort of flattened it slightly just like I did here, so that can go around the edge of it so that you've got something to place all the actual stones onto. And then roll over it all again just to make sure that it sticks together because you don't want it falling apart after you've baked it and stuff. And then once you've done that, it doesn't really need to be that neat, but I just thought I'd neaten it up a little bit here because it was thicker than I wanted it to be. But like I say, because you're not really going to see this bit, it doesn't really need to be that neat. But once you've done that, you can start putting all the lines on it for the wood paneling. Just put some faint lines like I did here for the panels, and then you want to add the wood grain to it. Please excuse my needle tool here. It's the old one, which I don't usually use for videos because it's really manky. Like, it's got clay all stuck to it and it just looks horrible, so yeah, sorry about that. Once you've done that, you might just want to define the panelling lines just a little bit more. And then after that, you can start to put all the sort of stones or rocks or whatever you want to call them around the door frame. You want to make them all different shapes and sizes and put them all the way around the door frame where you've already put the granite clay, except for the very bottom right corner as you guys are looking at it, because you're going to put a pumpkin there, so you want it to be flat so the pumpkin will stick on easier than if you had the rocks underneath it. So this bit here, just leave that blank, and then for some reason this bit didn't film of me making the hinges and the door handles, but all you really need to do for the door handles is take some copper clay and cut out 2 squares or oblong kind of shapes, and stick them on where I have put them here. Then get 2 jump rings that are the same kind of colour and stick those into the middle, and then take some thin sort of snakes of the same colour clay and stick those in the middle so it looks like they are hanging on from there. I think you can hopefully kind of gather what I've done here. I'm really sorry about that not filming, but then for the hinges, just roll out some really thin copper clay and cut a triangle out with it and stick it on like the rest of them have been done, and then you want to put 3 holes in it so that it kind of looks like where they've been screwed on, and then just sort of flatten them down around the edges. And then you want to move on to your pumpkin, and this is why I've left this bit sort of blank without rocks and stuff so that it'll stick down better. And all you want to do is just make your markings on the pumpkin, and then it's kind of your decision how you want to do your pumpkin. So I just did it like a normal one. I did the little stalk and then I gave it a vine, but if you'd rather it be like a jack-o'-lantern, you can give it a little face instead if you wanted to. Like I say, it's completely up to you. And then whilst you've got your green clay, you want to rip up a load of small pieces of green clay and kind of stick it between the rocks, not every single rock but just some of them, and then take your bowl tool and just push it down in random places. It's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing if you just watch it, but it's basically to give the effect of moss, and I just kind of like how it gives it a natural effect. And then after that you want to move on to making your roses. So you want orange roses for this, and again this is really hard to explain what I'm doing, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing by just watching the video. But basically roll out really thin clay into strips and then just roll them up. It's quite easy to actually do and make them look like roses, but like I say, it is hard to explain. And then just stick them onto the rocks, and once you've done that, take a ball tool and sort of press in the middle of them just so that they stick on better, and as well as that it kind of opens them up to look more natural. So this bit is optional. You can do this if you want to, but you don't have to. I made a step for it though because I kind of thought it just finished the bottom of it off. And then after that I went back to the green clay and made some little vines for the roses, and I also made a few little blades of grass to sort of go over the step as well, but again if you prefer it without that you don't have to do that, it's completely up to you. Once you've done that, you're finished, so just pop it in the oven and bake according to the package instructions, and then glaze it if you want to. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and remember to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!